the student council gathers to discuss a grave threat to Seirei Academy. High schoolers actually believing in ghost stories. Have any of you heard the rumors about the 7 school mysteries? Toya inquired seriously, looking around the table. I have heard a few rumors before. I believe the ones I know of were the shadowy figure on the roof, the turning statue, and the red schoolgirl. This briefing instantly sends Masha into a spiral. How am I supposed to walk alone after school hours now? She whimpered, wrapping her arms around herself. No, Masha, these are just rumors. You don't need to be scared, Chisaki soothed with a warm smile. I'm surprised. I thought you'd be more scared of ghost stories, Chisaki. I just thought you'd be afraid of ghosts, since you can't punch them. What are you talking about? You can punch ghosts, Chisaki countered with complete genuine confusion. The entire council collectively decides to pretend they didn't hear that. Since Toya and Chisaki have to leave, the investigation falls to the rest of the group. I want to get started right away, but Chisaki and I have a meeting about the school uniform that we must attend, so we probably won't be able to help. Before departing, Chisaki gifts Masachika a set of obsidian prayer beads. First, you do this, and then this, she declared, throwing a devastating, blurry, straight punch into the air. Take the Renyoho Renheki Gaiju and protect the girls for me, okay? She instructed with a sweet, terrifying smile. That's clearly an item you're supposed to get in the last dungeon. Are we sure that I can even equip it at my level? Armed and highly confused, Masachika leads the team to their first paranormal hotspot, the Luck Staircase. Here, you are supposedly guaranteed to pull rare characters in mobile games. Masachika and Yuki immediately gamble away their hard-earned premium currency and get absolutely nothing. What are you talking about? We already finished investigating the first case, Alya pointed out, glaring down from the top of the stairs. The gacha despair completely shatters their minds. And nothing happened. Nothing at all. The 5,000 gems I've been diligently saving after watching ad after ad every single day did not disappear, right? That was just my imagination, Masachika rambled in complete denial. We still need to try a few more times before we can be sure the rumors were false. Wouldn't you agree? Ayano quickly steps in to stop the madness. You mustn't, Miss Yuki. You would only be digging yourself into a deeper hole. To the rooftop! Come on! He announced dramatically, pointing toward the ceiling. Why are you suddenly so excited to go to the rooftop? Alya sighed in exasperation. Instead of a romantic anime setting, he is greeted by a biohazard of bird droppings and moss. It's filthy. What the hell? Masachika recoiled in absolute disgust. To officially debunk the shadowy figure rumor, the group decides to forge worker footprints in the filth. Perhaps we could leave some footprints near the fence facing the schoolyard and then take a picture of them? After all, nobody can disprove it. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. In fact, that might be our only option. Wait, me? Your shoe size would be the most believable, yes? Yuki deduced sharply. And your weight should make it easier for you to leave footprints. Congratulations. You always wanted to hang out on the school rooftop, right? Sweating in the sun while walking through actual garbage, he stares down at the students playing in the yard and completely snaps. Where is my youth, damn it? Where is my adventure? You're all a bunch of idiots. Masachika roared into the empty sky. You're the only idiot here, she executed verbally. Masachika and Alya continue their paranormal investigation by stepping into a dusty, boiling hot storeroom. They endure the filth just long enough for Masachika to realize a crucial error. Masachika, go shut the door. I can't hear anything with all that noise. Yes, ma'am, Masachika complied obediently, pulling the heavy metal door shut. He jiggles the handle, discovering the door is completely stuck. What? Can you really not get it open? Alya questioned with rising panic. It's stuck, he confirmed grimly. A quick check of his phone confirms his worst nightmare. His sister locked them in. He responds with the grace of a mature adult by hurling his phone into a high jump mat. What's wrong? Alya shrieked, startled by his sudden outburst. No, it's nothing. I was just a little irritated since I couldn't get in touch with Yuki, he lied smoothly, attempting to salvage his dignity. With no immediate escape, they accept their sweaty fate. How about we search for the cat until someone comes to help? The heat becomes unbearable, prompting them to shed their jackets. I hope Toya gets the summer uniform changed fast. I can't take this anymore, he lamented while tossing his coat aside. Yeah, it really is hot, Alya agreed, removing her jumper straps. Alya bravely searches for clues on all fours, unintentionally testing Masachika's fragile self-control. What do you think you're looking at? She demanded fiercely, catching his wandering gaze. Oh, sorry, he stammered, instantly averting his eyes. Her investigation is cut short by a horrifying discovery. There's a rat, she stammered out, clinging to his arm. I found a dead rat behind those hurdles. Gross. Seriously? Masachika grimaced. He illuminates the corner with his phone, confirming the kill. Did you see it? Alya asked tentatively. Yep. Blech. That was disgusting. Traumatized and drenched in sweat, Masachika unbuttons his shirt to cool down. Hey, what do you think you're doing, getting undressed in front of me? She admonished, blushing furiously. I'm not getting any more undressed than this, you know. Besides, you can hardly see me, right? He defended himself casually. Listen, any girl would be worried if she was locked in a small room with a guy and he started stripping, okay? Realizing his blunder, Masachika bows his head. You're right. That was insensitive of me. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, Alya softened, looking away awkwardly. The tension spikes as Masachika decides to tease her. But, well, I guess I'd feel worse if I was talking to some weak little girl. But you? I don't know, he provoked with a smirk. What's that supposed to mean? I vaguely remember you smacking the crap out of a guy when you two were alone in a small room together not too long ago, he recalled vividly. That's because you completely ruined the mood, she deflected loudly, pointing an accusing finger. If you say so, he chuckled softly. A mysterious meow interrupts their bickering. Ah! Masachika gasped as a black cat appears and vanishes behind a box. Moving the debris, Masachika uncovers a hidden ventilation hole, acting as a feline doorway. What the? Is this how the cat is getting inside? Alya deduced, approaching the opening. She bathes in the cool breeze of the hole. Finally, some cool air, she sighed, closing her eyes in pure relief. She doesn't realize the sunlight has turned her sweat-soaked shirt entirely transparent. Masachika's brain short-circuits. Before he can react, the heavy door rattles open. Masachika? Alya? Oh my, why ever is the door locked? Yuki inquired innocently from the doorway. Masachika, playing the absolute gentleman, desperately drapes his jacket over Alya's shoulders to cover her up. He then immediately ruins his nightly moment by telling her exactly why. Madam, I can see your bra right through your... He began with a confident, heroic smile. Her palm meets his face with devastating force. You should have said something sooner, you jerk, Alya roared, sending him flying into the mats. What is going... Yuki asked, staring at the sudden violence. Alya scoffed, storming out and leaving Masachika buried. Yuki looks down at her brother with a smug grin. Oh, you must have been able to see her bra through her shirt, she deduced perfectly. After recovering, Masachika shows his sister the ventilation hole outside. See that? At first glance, it looks like nothing more than a hole for ventilation. So it's basically a tiny door to the storeroom, he explained, pointing up the wall. Yuki points out the obvious logical flaw. How would the cat get inside from here? The cat immediately proves her wrong by running vertically up the concrete wall like an anime ninja. The student council's paranormal investigation begins, and Masha is already regretting every life choice that led her here. Don't go too far ahead. I'm scared, Masha pleaded, looking up with tears welling in her eyes. Masachika accepts his new role as a human shield, offering a logical out. You can stay in the student council room and wait for us, you know, he suggested gently. I'll be attacked the moment I'm alone, Masha protested immediately, clinging tighter to his arm. Alya and Masachika flank her to provide maximum security. Paranoia sets in, and Masha demands a secret passcode to prove Alya isn't a shape-shifting demon. Yes, so stop taking Masachika's jokes so seriously, Alya sighed, rolling her eyes at the absurdity. However, Alya seizes the opportunity for psychological warfare. All right, tell me exactly what you said to me when you offered to run with me for student council president, she challenged, pointing an accusing finger at Masachika. He is forced to recite his incredibly embarrassing campaign promise. You're not alone. From now on, I'll be there for you and support you. That sound about right? Masachika delivered, putting on a brave, dramatic face. Alya corrects his phrasing with terrifying accuracy. It was, you won't be alone anymore. From now on, I will be by your side to support you, but you were close. Masachika realizes she memorized it word for word, and the cringe is instantly fatal. What are you blushing for? See? He's the real Masachika, so come on. Let's go, Alya stammered defensively, her own cheeks flushing crimson as she turned away. Masha finds this display of awkwardness absolutely adorable. You're so cute, Alya. Oh, hey, I know. How about we do this? Masha chimed in cheerfully, completely ignoring their mutual panic. She forces the two of them to hold hands. There, I figured you two should be holding hands since you're so close. They separate in a panic, so Masha claims his left hand, forcing Alya to begrudgingly take his right. Masachika is now sandwiched between two beautiful sisters. He is currently peaking in high school, but the investigation must proceed. Masha clings tighter, burying his arm in her chest. Alya glares with intense jealousy and immediately begins speed-walking to drag him away. Let's hurry up and get this over with, Alya grumbled. They finally reach the third floor, approaching the blind corner. Oh my, what's that? Alya questioned, noticing him patting his pocket. Masachika feels the sketchy prayer beads Chisaki lent him growing unnaturally hot. Chisaki lent it to me, and it's getting hot for some reason, he muttered, pulling out the black obsidian string. A pale hand grips the corner of the wall. The legendary red schoolgirl slithers out of the darkness, covered in blood. Ah, eek! Masha shrieked in pure terror. No. Alya gasped, freezing completely stiff. Masachika readies himself to throw hands with the paranormal. He shakes off the girls and charges forward with a fake smile, pretending this is all a prank to protect them. Come on, seriously? This is way too creepy. I didn't tell you to take it this far, Masachika yelled furiously, winding back his fist. Before he can strike, another hand grabs the ghost by the neck. I've got you now. Oh, Kuze? Chisaki acknowledged casually from the shadows. I'm not going to let you get away this time, the vice president threatened, glaring with terrifying, murderous intent. Help? The ghost whimpered weakly. Chisaki drags the screaming trespasser into the abyss to deliver some physical discipline. Masachika tries to play it off as a planned joke to save his own skin. No, it was a prank. She just went a little overboard, so Chisaki had to go have a talk with her or something? Masachika lied terribly, forcing a nervous laugh. The sisters see right through his terrible acting. They dig their nails into his shoulders. Masachika, what's the meaning of this? Alya demanded, her eyes devoid of light. Kuze, do you think you could explain yourself? Masachika, are you listening? Alya shouted relentlessly. Kuze, you need to reflect on what you've done. Masha scolded in synchronized fury. Yes, ma'am. Masachika submitted entirely, sitting on his knees in absolute defeat. He stares blankly out the window at the beautiful stars, accepting his tragic fate.